Okay, the next fight, sorry, is going to be against, let's see, who is it? I believe it's Tasty Treats versus Pizza Party, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. No, it's not Tasty Treats versus Pizza Party. Sorry about that. It's Control-Alt-Cancel versus Pizza Party. Let me go ahead and get these guys in. I think, Joel, you need to take a quick AFK.
So I died to a Cornish giant there, guys, in case you didn't see that happen in the fight. I was only able to commentate the back of the group that was pushing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's I can put my Insta. I got 4 shots, so I can put my Insta mez on my bar fast enough.
Give me a few moments to get this next fight set up. Also, something very impressive, we have 229 viewers on Twitch right now. I don't know what the highest
is
Dark Age
awesome.
streamers had, but this has got to be pretty high.
Yeah, I think it's the top.
Yeah, outside of being hosted, I think this is the highest we've ever had of just people coming in. Natural viewers, I call them. So this is extremely impressive.
Yeah, it's really good. I don't think we've been hosted by anyone. I think this is played off.
That's great, very cool. It'd be great if Mofangs could host this to his viewers. Just saying.
That's why I made that little disclaimer.
Since the groups are uneven, one group of one of the groups has 5 teams. We're almost done with Group B's matchups, and then we have a couple more in Group A left to go. There's 5 left in Group A, 5 matches left, and then only 1 match left in Group B. So after this fight, the next Group B fight, we'll be able to determine who advances from Group B.
No Necros, guys. I was expecting to see one.
No Necros, yeah.
No Necros, no Thanes. Haven't seen a hero, which is pretty big surprise to me, to be honest.
Yeah,
we saw the BM, but we didn't see the... Yeah, exactly. I expected to see the hero instead of that BM in that one hip setup. I forget whose team it was, but I think the hero would have been a like pretty solid replacement for that Blade Master.
Are you here yet, Joel?
Yep, I'm here, and I'm just getting caught up with who's fighting here.
Yeah. Before we get into that, let me know what you think about this. John Broadsford has talked to me a little bit. He's wanting to, kind of throw a quick audible from the original plan, since we had to change it to a 2-group setup. What do you think of letting 3 groups advance out of the group stage instead of the top 2? Also, at that point, it's going to give you uneven numbers, so one group's going to have a bye in the knockout rounds. And would that be a fair prize to the winner of the group to have them have the knockout through the quarterfinals, and then have the 2nd and 3rd place teams play? And the winner of that plays then the winner of one of the groups in the semifinals, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'd say that's a decent format, and it certainly gives more groups more opportunity to play, which I like.
But would that
Good
put
deal.
one team against more people than another group? Like one team is fighting against the odds more than another?
Well, what would happen is the person who qualifies second in Group A would then play the person who qualifies third in Group B, and then Group A's first place and Group B's first place would not play in the quarterfinals. They would get a bye into the semifinals,
So
and
they
that's
would
their kind
get
of
to play
reward
one
for winning
less
the group.
match?
Yeah,
I
the
think
winners
that's
will get to
fair
play one
because
less match.
yeah, I think it's fair because they did kind of, yeah, exactly what
They're
you said.
the
I
top of the
agree.
group, yeah. And then at that point, they get automatically put in the semifinals, and then there's a quarterfinal match between the second and third place groups, and then whoever wins that goes into the semifinals with the winners of each group, and then whoever wins that obviously goes to the finals, and we'll have a third place match for the finals.
Sounds fair to me.
Okay.
What happens if Team 1 and Team 2 in a group are equal?
Well, we have tiebreakers in place. One would be head-to-head scores, and if that
This is
doesn't
and
solve
we're,
it,
we're
we'll
ready
have to do
roll
a.
here, guys.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like the fight's starting here.
Looks like the fight's starting. This is interesting. This is I would say Control-Alt-Cancel have a very tall order in front of them fighting this tank. Considering
Yes.
they don't have a traditional peeler, I guess would be the best. And they'll already kill the warp, and that armsman is going in. Mauler's rooted.
Yeah, Mahler got root immunity waste.
Yes, too. Yeah.
Is that Cat Pet
And,
CC'd? It looks like it is. It
It
wasn't
looks
even
like
rank
he's
5.
CC'd.
Oh, nope, he's out.
The arms.
Okay. He's
Okay,
on the
looks like
bar?
The sorcerer
Okay, yeah.
is mezzed as well. And there's all kinds of pressure being put on by Pizza Party. They're all in there. That was actually a very nice peel by the Blade Master. So he's making the best of a difficult situation, and he's actually doing quite well in there. He's very good play by the Blade Master. Nice slam on the bar, although he probably needs to get in on the tank to peel. And again, we've seen the power of this Mauler as he hops.
Look
in
at the
there.
Mauler. Is that an unbreakable
Seriously.
root on the Bard, or is
There
that
is an
a normal
unbreakable
root? Okay, so Bard's stuck there.
Mauler
He
does
either
not
has to
wanna purge
purge or
Yep.
Yeah.
He does not
You
want
see
to
the
purge
power
it.
Bard
of
is-
Mauler.
Bard is taking damage. He's getting heals. Cleric seems to be very free off to the side.
Oh no, there's
It
a
looks like
stun. This
risky.
could be over for the Bard, and the Mauler is just, we're seeing the power of. Yep,
Yeah,
and
Bard
that's it.
needed to purge. Yeah,
Wow.
that's
The
it.
Bard
I
was
think
holding
he
out.
ended-
He had he could have phase shifted too, and he didn't. I
Yeah,
think.
he needed a purge face shift there. And then that just sort
seeing-
of, yeah.
Yeah, we're seeing the pushing power of this Hibsa. Mauler is just not.
The
Cleric's
Cleric's
mocked to the
DI'd.
side.
Yeah, he mock and DI'd, so it looks like they're trying to
Meanwhile, in
collapse
the
on
back,
him. He just got slammed by the
Valkyrie
arms.
has-
That's a 9-second slam. He needs a purge. He's in mock. He's in a mock and a losing fight. He needs a purge. He's gonna die. He's gonna die
The
instantly.
Valkyrie has soloed the sorcerer on the far end of the
Yeah,
fight.
this fight's over.
He
I
ranked
believe,
5.
at
The cleric ranked 5 in PBA Mez. Maybe he can live through it. He should still be mocked. I don't know why he's not healing himself. There he goes.
Looks like
healing
he's
now.
group healing. And he's
Yeah, I don't.
again.
That was not the right choice there. He needed this heal himself, and he needed the purge that slam.
Yeah, the Bard probably should have purged a little earlier. Either the stun while he was unbreakable root, or on the unbreakable root to avoid,
They'll
taking
res
so much
up,
damage.
But I don't know that this is.
Yeah, I think it's one person left.
Yeah.
I think this is
Yeah.
about it.
It looks like Pith was getting nuked on the Mauler through the the damage absorb on him, and Pith almost took 0 damage there. So that kind of shows the power of the Mauler in the setup, outside of just
Right.
pure damage and unbreakable root.
The Mauler brings a lot of
don't know how you
utility.
game-
Yes,
I don't
he
know how
does.
you game against that Mauler. Like what setup? Like you discussed earlier, Wizard being it's just for the pure damage, but like what we've seen so far, which setup has the most potential to deal with the Mauler?
I think you may have to just run a similar tank setup to that. When we were fighting them, we also, after we fought them with our caster setup, we countered them with a similar tank setup. We didn't have a Mauler, we had a Savage. We didn't have an Armsman, we had a Champion instead. And we had 20-minute fights. We won some, we lost some. They're very good fights, so if you go tank to tank, almost mirror that, you have a good chance there. But as far as caster groups go, I think that's a hard group. Obviously, Lou's crew almost pulled it off with a bit of a hybrid setup, but they were mainly, focused on
I feel like that
pushing
was
as well.
largely to do with how well they played rather than their setup being inherently suitable.
Yeah, I feel like the
that
Valk
was
is almost the answer to the Mauler though.
This is true. Yes, because of that pin, you can just keep him away.
Mhm.
Yeah, the Mauler can't really do too much if the Valk pins him, runs in, interrupts some casters. Like the Valk plays midfield, he can pin the Mauler, he can interrupt frontline casters like the CC, and then he can heal people in emergencies. And I feel like that's the answer to the Mauler, and the Vegemite Loot crew played very well versus it. It just came down pretty much to the wire. Maybe panic set in or something. It was a really good fight though. It was really close. And I think that's the Valk is the answer to the Mauler. But then you still have to deal with the Armsman, which we saw in that fight as well. No one had an answer for the Armsman. Hax was he was slamming people like 9-second slams that people aren't purging. That's huge, and we saw that.
Yeah, absolutely. But when you let that Mauler just get in your face and do DPS like that, you're not going to be successful. It just hits too hard.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what Pizza Party did. They said they wanted the Mauler in the setup, and they're like, well, what happens if we have a Valk, or they have something that can do something to it, and they're like, well, it's still the Armsman, right?
Yeah.
And it's weird that they picked the Armsman because I almost feel like the hero would be better in that setup, but it's obviously
Well,
working.
you get
so,
snapshot. Yeah, it gives you the
But
opportunity
has
to
he even
snapshot
used it?
too as well.
Like,
I don't think he's needed to yet.
Yeah.
I mean, the fight against the Lu group, it was they were just doing a fantastic job of killing their supports. So
Man.
the Artisan wasn't getting or left behind or anything.